After falling ill, I realized that living a long life is about doing 5 key things after age 65, not just exercising or drinking water. How can middle-aged people prevent diseases after 65? Some say it's necessary to drink more water, while others suggest more exercise. The real answer lies in the following 5 things. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. As old age approaches, no one can avoid the reality that death is getting closer. However, living the remaining years in health and peace is something people can strive for daily. So how can we prevent illness? Some people say that drinking plenty of water is essential, while others advocate for more exercise. But as you age and notice your body weakening, is it enough just to drink water and exercise? On the other hand, drinking too much water can be harmful to the kidneys, potentially causing water retention in the body and diluting electrolytes in the blood, leading to conditions like hyponatremia and hypokalemia. Excessive exercise can also pose risks of injury and joint problems for older adults. In reality, after experiencing illness, older people understand best that wise healthcare involves more than just drinking water and exercising. It includes adhering to the following 5 principles. 1. Maintain good quality sleep. As you age, it's important to conserve and restore energy. Avoid activities that strain your body, with sleep being the most crucial. Ensure you get enough sleep, ideally 8 hours a night, and keep a regular sleep schedule. Combine the habit of going to bed and waking up early. Staying up late often leads to hormonal imbalances and reduced immunity, harming both body and mind. People who stay up late frequently cannot fully restore their energy, which is not good for longevity. Traditionally, a day was divided into 12 time periods, with the period from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. being the hour of the pig, and from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. being the hour of the rat. The pig hour is the final period of the day. During this time, people should set aside their work, rest quickly, and let their bodies fall asleep. 2. Cultivate a good temper and positive attitude. In old age, nurture a good temperament and a positive outlook on life. We have all faced and overcome many difficulties and hardships. Therefore, when facing new problems, approach things with a more relaxed perspective. Maintaining an optimistic attitude, whether you are happy or sad, you still have a 24-hour day. Maintaining a negative mood only harms your health further, especially when negativity persists. Not only will your spirit suffer, but illnesses may also follow. Therefore, nurturing the mind and temperament is very important. In a good mood, you will view everything optimistically, and no matter how difficult things are, you can overcome them. 3. Care for your digestive health. In old age, having a healthy digestive system is desirable. A healthy gut helps absorb nutrients, supports overall health, and extends longevity. How to care for your digestive system. Control portion sizes, limit fast food, and reduce intake of oily, sugary, and salty foods. Avoid packaged foods, organ meats, high-calorie sweets, and moldy or spoiled foods. Instead, choose fresh and varied foods, including vegetables, chicken, fish, and eggs. Also, pay attention to your weight, keeping it balanced. Plan to eat 3 meals a day at regular times, eating about 80% full rather than overeating, which is better for digestion. Older adults should also avoid spicy, stimulating, or very cold foods. 4. Maintain healthy bones and joints. As you age, osteoporosis becomes a common condition. In the past, strong limbs and sturdy joints now become prone to damage. Sometimes even a slight bump can leave a lasting impact, or a sneeze can cause bone fractures. So how can older adults prevent osteoporosis? One crucial aspect is maintaining calcium levels in the body. Supplementing calcium through food or medications is just one part of it. Don't forget to get sunlight to stimulate vitamin D synthesis in the body, which helps better absorb calcium. 5. Invest in health knowledge properly. As you age, you must pay more attention to medical knowledge. You don't need to be as proficient as a professional doctor, but at least you should know what you can and cannot do. Learn to invest in your health properly. Don't be stingy. Spend decisively on necessary things such as regular health checkups and screenings for high-risk diseases. Only by doing this can you detect signs of illness early, intervene and prevent minor issues from becoming major problems, ultimately helping to extend your lifespan. A woman has drawn experiences for a more active retirement, even without living with her children. Please listen to her story. After her husband passed away, her children, fearing she would be lonely, took turns bringing her to live with them. Initially, she felt very happy to always have her children and grandchildren around. But over time, conflicts arose due to generational differences. About a year ago, she had a major argument with her son and moved back to her old home. At that time, she realized that she had interfered too much in her children's lives. Everyone has their own opinions and lifestyles. It's not right to impose her will on them forever. Therefore, even after cooling down and her son offering to bring her back to the city, she firmly said no to focusing on her own retirement life. At the age of nearly 70, after stabilizing following the loss of her spouse, she decided to stop doing certain things to find happiness and tranquility in retirement. She decided to stop involving herself in her children's family matters. Recently, she came across a street interview video where the host asked if parents should care more about their children when they get married. A woman around her age answered, "I still care about my children, but don't interfere too much. As long as they are living well, that's enough. If a mother-in-law controls too much, I wouldn't be happy either." When children marry, parents caring less is also a way for them to become more independent and mature. Many parents believe that their children, no matter how old, are still children in their eyes. But whether it's love or concern, she thinks there should be clear boundaries so that children have their own space to grow and take responsibility for their lives. After living separately, she no longer worries about her children's family conflicts or things that do not please her. Therefore, there are no more arguments with her children, and she doesn't get upset frequently. She now has more time for personal interests and feels much more positive about life. Mr. Truong, sharing at 65, living with his son but always experiencing conflicts, realized the support needed in the later years to live more comfortably. Life at his son's home was not as idyllic as imagined. Time passed quickly. My spouse and I had held hands through life's ups and downs. However, just as I was preparing to enjoy my old age, my wife left me forever. The months after losing a partner were sorrowful. I constantly missed my wife and felt disoriented without her presence. Seeing me like this, my son was deeply heartbroken and suggested that I move in with him. At that time, I thought that perhaps a change of environment could help me overcome my sadness, so I agreed to my son's request. On the first day at my son's house, I felt the warmth of family after a period of being alone. My daughter-in-law enthusiastically arranged my room and provided the necessary items. The grandchildren also welcomed me joyfully. The happy family atmosphere temporarily made me forget the pain of losing my partner. However, as time passed, I noticed significant differences in habits and life philosophies between me and my son's family. I prefer to go to bed early and wake up early, but my children are used to going to bed late and waking up late. I practice frugality, but they pursue a high-quality lifestyle. These differences gradually created conflicts between me and my children. The peak of the argument occurred when my daughter-in-law accidentally broke a very expensive vase in the house. I shook my head and scolded her immediately. My son said, "Dad, if it's broken, just buy a new one." Hearing this, I couldn't help but feel angry. My children seemed to have plenty of money. My daughter-in-law awkwardly stepped aside while my son responded, "Dad, why are you so uptight? It's just an ordinary vase. We earn money to spend. Should we just keep it like you? Times have changed. You should learn to adapt." This argument made me realize that there was a significant emotional gap between my son's family and me that could not be mended. I remembered the simple life with my wife back then, while my children pursue a modern, quality lifestyle. I realized that if I wanted to live comfortably in the later years, I had to rely on myself and learn to adapt and harmonize. From then on, I began to adjust my thoughts and lifestyle. I made every effort to adapt to the life of younger people. I learned to use smartphones and computers to keep up with information and trends. I also joined senior groups in the neighborhood and made friends with like-minded people to enrich my own life, instead of letting my life revolve solely around my children and grandchildren. I've also learned to communicate more effectively with my son's family rather than being as stubborn as I used to be. I understand that everyone has their habits and values. To live harmoniously, we must learn to be tolerant of one another. I've started to actively share my thoughts and feelings with my son's family, and I've also learned to respect their choices and lifestyles. Over time, our relationship has become more harmonious. Now I've adapted to life with my children. Although the passing of my wife has left a big void, I understand that life will continue. I will keep living with the wonderful memories of the past while actively facing the challenges and opportunities of the future. As time passes, I've come to understand many truths. In old age, one must learn to rely on oneself, adjust one's mindset, and actively face the changes and challenges in life. We cannot always depend on our children or let others arrange our lives for us. What you need to do is courageously step out of your comfort zone to pursue the joys of old age. Only in this way can your later years be truly colorful and meaningful. Wise people live modestly, save wisely, and retire sensibly. Mrs. Dong, aged 65, lives happily every day despite not being affluent. Her husband passed away a few years ago. Her daughter and son are both grown up and independent. Each morning, Mrs. Dong goes to her small garden to plant and care for vegetables. When she has free time, she sits by the window to enjoy the breeze and chat with others. In reality, very few people at 65 can enjoy life as Mrs. Dong does, because even though they are retired, they are often burdened with children, grandchildren, and the responsibilities of being grandparents. Sharing her secret to a relaxed life, Mrs. Dong says what she values most is a minimalist lifestyle, which involves decluttering and maintaining a financially manageable life. This lifestyle is becoming a phenomenon with a strong global impact. With the main principle of less is more, minimalism has even become an interesting philosophy for many. The key to this lifestyle is focusing on quality rather than quantity. Minimize belongings to only what is truly necessary. A minimalist lifestyle will help keep your home tidy and give you more time for yourself. Many elderly people think they should enjoy their old age by pampering themselves and shopping extravagantly, rather than focusing on practical needs. In reality, many impulsive buying decisions result in items being used only once or twice. Food doesn't need to be luxurious, but it should be fresh and nutritious. At any age, health should always be the top priority. Health is everything. Many believe that only by being able to afford expensive delicacies can one be healthy and live long. They look down on the foods sold at markets. However, they forget that the essence is the nutrients and the ingredients. Even if it's a delicacy, if it doesn't provide sufficient nutrition, doesn't suit your taste and makes you sick, it's essentially a waste. Pay attention to the nutrient content of each ingredient. Meals for the elderly should balance carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Drink enough water, avoid salty food, limit processed foods, and stay away from harmful substances. Filter your relationships. At this age, you've lived a long life, experienced many things, and have numerous relationships with family, friends, and colleagues. Nevertheless, everyone has their own life. Everyone is busy. Some relationships only come to mind when they need help, using flattery to receive assistance from the elderly. When interacting with certain people, you must remain patient and courteous. It can be inconvenient to accept a request when you don't want to, but also hard to refuse. There have been many cases where people have been deceived and lost their entire lifetime savings. Life requires not only decluttering physical possessions, but also managing relationships. Focus on the people who truly matter and love you so that you can love them in return. If no relationships are causing you stress, you don't need to sever ties. Simply redirect your attention. In summary, older adults do not need to indulge themselves excessively through extravagant spending. Saving is considered a wise way of living, helping to maintain good health and vitality. Learn to take care of yourself and manage your finances. By doing so, you can enjoy a comfortable and meaningful old age. A healthy person should experience a smooth and comfortable process when going to the bathroom without any unusual symptoms or discomfort. Conversely, if the urine changes color, has foam, or causes discomfort, it may indicate issues with the kidneys or prostate. Risks such as prostatitis or prostate enlargement may arise. In such cases, it is crucial to visit a hospital for timely examination and diagnosis. The kidneys are a vital organ for men, and impaired kidney function can severely affect both mental and physical health. Therefore, paying attention to any unusual symptoms during urination, both in the morning and throughout the day, is very important. A positive and energetic mood each morning can be an important indicator of overall health. A fresh burst of energy upon waking is not only a sign of optimism, but also indicates that vital organs like the liver, kidneys, and lungs are remaining youthful and healthy. Adequate rest and renewal from sleep help start the day positively. On the other hand, if someone wakes up feeling bored or sluggish, it is essential to pay attention to their health. Even if one has had enough deep sleep but still feels tired, it could be a warning sign from the body. If this condition persists, it can negatively impact both physical and mental health. Thus, timely examination and assessment are important for detecting and addressing issues effectively. A rosy and radiant face when a man starts his day can be a sign of good health. Conversely, if the face appears grayish, the skin looks rough, or there are signs of swelling, it may indicate kidney damage that requires immediate attention and care. Some men may notice swelling in the face, legs, and even the body upon waking. The primary cause of this phenomenon relates to abnormal metabolic function of the kidneys. The kidneys are crucial in water metabolism and play an irreplaceable role. When kidney function is impaired, water may not be expelled in time, leading to prolonged accumulation and resulting in swelling. Additionally, swelling in the lower limbs may also signal a risk of cardiovascular disease. Therefore, when these conditions are detected, attention must be paid to timely examination and treatment of related issues. Timely and professional individuals over 60 need to accept their age and adjust their lifestyle to suit their current health status. Mr. Lee is 70 years old. When he was in his 60s, he drank an adequate amount of water and exercised regularly. However, now that he is in his 70s, he drinks less and exercises less. His daughter constantly reminds him to exercise and drink enough water every day. However, Mr. Lee has his issues. He says, "I'm already 70 years old. I can't be like when I was younger. Now, if I drink a bit more water, I have to go to the bathroom frequently, and I can't even sleep at night because of it." Regarding exercise, he mentions that his knee joints are no longer as strong as before. Walking for a while causes his knees to ache and is hard to raise, so he cannot exercise more. In reality, doctors recommend that although drinking more water and exercising more are beneficial for health and longevity, good habits are not limited to just drinking water and exercising. Everyone has different physical conditions and habits. Older adults often have more limitations compared to younger individuals. Many elderly people with poor kidneys or hearts need to adjust their lifestyle to match their bodies better if they want to live healthfully and longer. As you age, you don't necessarily have to drink more water and exercise more. When you are over 60, remember these 5 longevity principles. A good night's sleep is very important. Older adults should balance exercise and rest appropriately, meaning moderate exercise within the limits of what the body can handle and rest according to the body's needs. Maintaining good rest and quality sleep is crucial for older adults. When over 60, you should pay attention to these 3 points. Establish the habit of going to bed early and waking up early, maintaining a regular schedule, getting enough sleep each night, and ensuring high-quality rest. After waking up, people should feel refreshed without waking up in the middle of the night or needing sleeping pills to get a good night's sleep. For older adults, quality sleep is beneficial for health. It can enhance immune function, stabilize hormones, and contribute to a longer lifespan. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Maintain a positive mindset. If you are over 60, keep a positive attitude and avoid forcing yourself to do anything. For example, many elderly people push themselves to exercise excessively despite poor health and difficulty moving. This is not only unrealistic but can also be harmful. For older adults with heart conditions, excessive exercise can increase the burden on the heart and even pose a life-threatening risk. Those over 60 must maintain a good mental attitude. Accepting your age allows you to live better, reduce stubbornness, and alleviate stress. Older adults should avoid worrying excessively about their health or family issues. It's important to slow down. After 60, bodily functions gradually decline and agility decreases compared to youth. At this stage, you should move more slowly and carefully. For the elderly, it's advisable to wake up more gradually, eat more slowly, and exercise gently. Slowness is not a sign of decline, but is suited to health and destiny. Avoid stimulants. If you are over 60, after 60, it's best to stay away from smoking and alcohol. These are harmful to health at any age. If you indulge in these due to age, maintaining good health becomes challenging. As people age, the greatest wish is to stay healthy. With good health, quality of life improves and it doesn't become a burden to children. Adopt a healthy diet. At over 60, having a healthy diet is very important. Avoid junk foods such as fried, pickled, grilled, or processed foods. Try to eat regular meals and ensure 3 balanced meals a day. Pay attention to nutrition balance, combining meat, fish, and a variety of vegetables to provide the body with essential nutrients. Older adults should not consume too many supplements as their benefits are minimal and can be a waste of money. When we think of happiness, we often consider having money and good health. At this stage, most people have enough for happiness. In today's developed world, living standards are improving. Many people mistakenly believe that a longer life equates to more happiness. However, recent research indicates that happiness peaks between the ages of 65 and 70. This finding has completely altered our understanding of the relationship between lifespan and happiness. 3 things can explain why happiness at this age does not depend on longevity. Retirees no longer have to worry about the pressures and competition of work. They focus more on mental health and seek inner peace. These experienced individuals know how to cherish and appreciate every moment, and they find joy in the simple pleasures of daily life. However, this does not mean they stop growing. They continue to explore the world with a mature attitude. Their wisdom and their way of experiencing happiness remind us that happiness is not just for the young. Age has no bearing on one's attitude towards life. It turns out that happiness can be found in a leisurely enjoyed cup of tea rather than just in the fast-paced chase of the busy world. The 2 pillars of old age that define happiness are often thought of as having money and good health. It seems that the happiest people we talk about have found the key to balancing these 2 aspects. Most at this age have a certain amount of savings and no longer worry about financial issues. On the contrary, they are very concerned about their health because they understand that health is the most important. Without good health, money becomes meaningless. People at this stage of life no longer focus on luxurious material things, but invest more in their health and family. But at the same time, people at this age also understand how to balance life and work. They are not like young people who dive headfirst into their careers. Instead, they seek to enrich their lives with activities that are meaningful to them. For them, life is not a race but an interesting adventure. On this journey, happiness and health are what they truly need. Knowledge and life experience are the foundations for thriving at 60. Each person's life is no longer a blank page, but a book filled with both bitter and sweet stories. As the Vietnamese saying goes, the older the ginger, the spicier it becomes. This is because older people have a broader perspective and greater wisdom, having weathered many storms in life. At this age, they do not let small matters trouble them. Instead, they use a tolerant and calm attitude to face both big and small problems. Life cannot always be smooth. Every challenge presents an opportunity. Older individuals know how to view problems from multiple angles and use their rich experiences to overcome difficulties. This calm and unhurried attitude is not easily achieved by younger people. Moreover, those who are older understand the value of separation. They deeply appreciate the worth of relationships and cherish those around them. They enjoy spending time with family and friends, understanding that these things are far more important than pursuing material wealth. Their knowledge is not only an understanding of life, but also a profound awareness of its value. Their way of life reminds younger generations to slow down and enjoy life in depth. In summary, happiness is not about how long we live, but about how we experience life each day. Happiness is a choice and the result of a deep understanding and appreciation of life. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association by scientist Brian Mann shows that the transition period between middle age and old age, from 55 to 65, determines a person's future health and longevity. After 55, women experience a decline in health and physical function, with many accompanying diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, arthritis, and osteoporosis.